a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football.
Turning it on! They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Looking for a gap. It's Hester. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throwing right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center. student body right and give this guy the football, he would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Creates a little room. Wide open spaces. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Offense gets set for second down. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Motion from the wideout. Third down play from the gun. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hicks. At midfield, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Makes the grab. It's Bob. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards to the opponents in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for room, it's Hicks. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it to the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's moving out of the pocket. Punts it out of the air. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Handoff to the single running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Booker. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's locked. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him for shoot. Let's go to him a 3rd time.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Marshall. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll slide after picking up the first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Dead center, perfect. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
On the run, it's Hicks. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Booker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Quick release by the QB. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback.
Sprinting away. Made a defender miss. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This is one way you can try to attack the perimeter of the field, right? Get the option play going. Quarterback has it, reads his key, pitches it out to his running back to see what he can go do in space.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. This quarterback, part of their running game. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. On the move. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to pass. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the a short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. And this guy consistently feels where the ball's going. That's interception number 8 on the season.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Bringing the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Looking for space to the left. With the catch, it's Warren. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
So now it's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Firing to the right, complete. After the filthy move, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Motion from the wide receiver. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
He wants it all. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Grabbed over the middle. It's locked. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
Here's a hit. Grabbed in the middle. It's locked. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've put themselves in prime position right here, Jesse, to have a chance to win the game.
So how about this offensive line, David? Can they get some push? Because you're expecting them now to run the football to help the kicker out.
You're in a great situation. You're not in a rush. You don't have to hurry up. You know what you need to go out here, lead the clock, and kick the game-winning field goal.
I think they'll be aggressive here and try to win it in regulation. Gets the back moving. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback takes a knee. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snapped it in the shotgun. Rushes on him. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. 30. The 10. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly